All right. So hi, my
Hi,
name
what's
is
up?
Ellen from Co Awards,
Yes,
and I am calling because you won our Co Excellence Award for interior designers.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank
So
you
a
very
couple
much.
of questions.
Yeah.
Could you please talk about your company, what it is you do, your day-to-day activities? Yeah.
So, thanks for calling me, Helen. Thanks for inviting me to your Zoom call.
You're
My name is
welcome.
Chetty. Yeah, my name is Chetty. My other name is Charles. Our company is called Aplus Interiors Ltd.
Okay.
We are an interior design company that was established in 2015, August 11th. So we will be 5 years in the coming 2 months. We have
Congratulations.
been, thank you very much. We have been on the interior design, like personally I've been on the interior design game for the last 9 years, but our company is going to be 5 years in the coming 2 months. We're basically an interior design company. We are heavily inclined to interior design consultation at the moment.
Okay.
So when we were starting, we were doing a lot of interior design, design and build. We're doing interior design and interior fit outs.
Okay.
And then at some point we decided to, like go heavy on interior design consultation, but we still do fit outs. We still do fit outs.
Okay.
We're actually setting up a different company to be doing fit outs on that. Yeah. So
congratulations. So primarily, which are the main projects that you do? Are they residential, commercial?
So we practice in 5 areas. We practice in these are super.
Sorry, you're freezing a little bit.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Retail, things like supermarkets, shops, wines and spirits, bars, and everything forms about 5% of what we do. We also do what we call corporate. All right. Corporate interiors. These are offices, offices and anything corporate, and any corporate space. Okay. Exhibitions and sorry, we haven't gotten to exhibitions, but just corporate forms about 15% of our business. Okay. Then we also do healthcare. Okay. So we do healthcare spaces. That forms about another 10% of our business. Okay. Then lastly, we do what we call hospitality. So we are big on doing hotels and doing places where people go to relax. So here we are talking about bars, hotels, cafeterias. That's now the hospitality industry, and offices. So we also plan to start doing airports and stuff like those.
Hey, all the best. That's a very big dream for sure.
Thank you very much.
Started right now and you're only 5 years in, I'm sure you'll be able to do it.
Thank you very much. I think I should also say that we also have we are setting up another office. We have two offices now. Okay. We have an office here in Nairobi. We are setting up in Kampala, Uganda, at least by the end of the year.
Hey, you're breaching these barriers.
So we're trying our best. COVID ndio inatusumbua tu.
Hey, imesumbua kila mtu. But all the very best.
Thank you.
Also, please tell us your vision. What drives you personally and as a company? What do you like? What drives you? You wake up in the morning, you're like, nah, this is it. This is what is driving me. What is that thing?
Passion.
Okay.
Passion.
This is what you've always wanted to do, yeah?
Yeah. This is always what personally I've always wanted to do. Okay. I started growing at the age of, I don't even remember how old I was. as long as I can remember the further back I can picture, I can picture myself holding a pencil or a stick drawing on sand. That's where we started. Drawing on sand before nursery school. Before I went to school in Chad, so there was no kindergarten. There was no kindergarten.
Yeah.
It was nursery school.
But I also went to nursery school though.
Yeah, so before then I was holding a pencil and I was drawing on papers, my father's books. And my father's books have so much doodling from me. Then I'm like, well, you know, what were we doing? But also like on the soil, like just outside there, we had a lot of drawings going on. So I mean, this is something that I've loved and something that it's about passion. Even if we weren't being paid to do what we do, we would still wake up and do it.
You still do it.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing else.
I'm happy. I think there needs more people like you to just do it even if you're not getting paid.
Yeah. Because this is what my former boss asked me. Why ask me the same question? I just told them this is what I came to do in this world. I just came to design. There's nothing else. I don't have any other purpose.
That makes me very happy.
I was built for this. If I'm not doing it, then I need to die.
Well, we hope it won't be soon because you definitely need more people like you. Okay, and how, like you see, with the wake of COVID and everything that's going on in the world, businesses are closing and people are working from home. How has it affected your company?
Oh, thank you for that question. First of all, I think I've discussed this a lot in many forums. Let me start with the beginning of COVID, the middle, and now. At the beginning of COVID, everyone was scared, and us as well. So even clients were scared to even pursue the projects they had. So everything went on a stall. But we were lucky.
I think you're frozen. Can you hear me? It's okay.
Sorry about that. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's good.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. So I was saying the first case was announced in our country in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, in March 2020.
Yeah.
So at that time, we had quite a lot of business going on, right? We were lucky that a lot of the work we had we were like consultants. So we proceeded to still work, like we were drawing, we were working from the office. Okay. So we never stopped. The only thing we wouldn't do was we could not go to site. So we started now having like social distancing, sanitizing. And I think around this time, my people, I could not allow my people to use public transport.
Yeah.
So I decided to organize private transport for them.
Okay.
So I could pick around. I used to drive and pick them. Those I couldn't. I used to organize. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I told you, this is passion. See it in Nini. It's not Nini. Yeah, so we pick guys. We come. The ones who can't pick, we can't pick. We'll send them transport or Uber, whatever. But we were still in the office in March.
Okay.
Pushing work that we had from Feb.
Okay.
So up until mid-April is when now I think we finished our last project, and we took a break of almost 2 weeks. So during the 2 weeks, we were just working from home and Skyping, but come May, I think sort of came back to normal.
Yeah.
We learned to live with the disease. But also, the truth of the matter is, business is not back to its usual height. But it's just small. We just say, you know what, there's no need of staying at home. Let's just come back and do whatever we can do, however small it is.
Put places in, like, you put measures in place to
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely. I have my mask. We have sanitizer in the office, with social distancing measures, and just ensuring that everyone is safe.
That's important.
Yeah. And of course, now on our sites we have also the proper measures in place as well.
What are some of
we are also able to. Yes.
Could you please tell me some of these measures that you're putting in place?
So the temperatures we have. We've ensured that people are taking temperatures. That's number one. Just to ensure that you're 37 and below before you come into the site. The other thing is, just at the door of the site, like at the entrance, the gate, you have to wash your hands, and it's mandatory. And you can't be allowed to come in without a mask. And lastly is, what used to happen is, now people are finding ways of carrying their own food. On site we normally used to have those mama chapo and everyone. So now it's I think those people are suffering. So because now someone has to carry lunch. Then the other thing we are doing is we are ensuring we only have one team at a go. If you have electricians, you only have electricians on site. They are not mixing with another team, let's say the team from tiling. So now they can do social distancing properly. So it's like someone is working on a different space by themselves.
It's good to have you back again.
So I don't know what's happening.
It's okay.
I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. So I was talking about the measures on site. I don't know where is the last part I stopped, but let's just say once someone comes in, they're taking their temperatures. If it's within the required degrees you're allowed in, you're allowed in only if you are wearing a mask. You're allowed in only if you're wearing PPE, protective measures. So you have your gloves, you're fully dressed, like your apron, you have safety boots, and just generally you have a reflector, and then you're also carrying the right tools for the right job. So that's only how you get allowed into the site. You wash your hands at the gate, and like I said before, we were disconnected. We having only certain teams on site. If we have electricians, you just have electricians. So that social distancing is enhanced. And one working on a certain room and another one working on a certain room, like that. There's no interaction. We are not having lunches, communal lunch, like the way we used to meet on site.
One person, their lunch.
Chapodondo, nini, pump feast, have mushene, whatever talk. It's not there anymore. So so everyone is just bringing their own food and everything. So we are taking those kind of measures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, tell us some few challenges that you faced as a company and how you were able to cope.
I think, like I said earlier, we decided to do private means for our people just to be at work.
Okay.
So of course the expenses in terms of transport went high, but we had to get the work done. Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is, now that not so much is coming in, then we also have to cut on some expenses.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so the things that we think are not very urgent, we have had to shelve them. Like even expansion plans. Like I'm talking about, you know, like our expansion plans to Kampala and all that. We had to shelve that a bit, just to be sure that what we have can carry. At first, we were very afraid. We thought this thing is going to affect us for them. You know, like we are not going to go back to work at all for like a year. So whatever you had to retain it and use it sparingly because nothing was coming in. But at least now we have small streams of income coming in. So yeah, the other thing you would say is in terms of payments, what we are normally paid as salaries, of course, now we can't be paid salaries. Yeah, we have to make do with what is there until things come back to normal.
Yeah, I think everyone is just making sacrifices at this point. It's nice to know we are all in it together.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to thank my members of staff for their cooperation and for their understanding. And yeah, they have always come to work. They have always come to work. And yeah, I would just want to appreciate them.
Okay. Yeah. So now let's talk about more positive things. How did it feel to win our Core Excellence Award for Interior Designers?
Wow, fantastic. I was seated in the house with my wife and, you know, like I ran to the door and back, did some press ups. And some sit-ups, and then she was like, "What is wrong?" I just told her I live for awards. You know, like we've worked very hard to get to this point, and you find that, yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good. So we worked very hard to get to this point. So I mean, anything that nudges us in the right direction, like an award like this, it comes in handy to just show us that we are doing the right thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Just God telling us, please just continue. This is the highlight. This is the highlight of COVID, by the way. Winning an award during COVID, this is our biggest highlight.
This must feel very nice for you. I can only
very nice. Like it's the highest moment we've had in a very relatively dull period.
Yeah.
Highest moment. So I had to jump
it
up and
brings
down.
So much joy to your employees, your workmates. They feel so encouraged.
Very much. Like when I sent out the message to them, they were surprised. They were like, you know what, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Kumbe we've been doing the right thing all along. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. So this is just God telling us, cheering us up, like continue. We are on the right path.
Once again, congratulations from our side. Just keep on keeping on. It's a good thing that you're doing. We are here to recognize it and stand up for it and award you for it.
Thank you very much.
Also, how has this award play a role in your business and now your employees and the people that you've worked with and for? How has it affected your business?
So, because it's just, let me just say, because it's just been maybe a week or something, a lot of the effect is on ourselves. Not a lot on our business. It's going to have a long-term effect on our business and on our clients. So we've had, in this short period, the team is feeling very motivated just because of this award. And personally myself, I'm feeling very motivated. I'm very proud of the work that we have done.
Okay.
The other thing that this award has done to us is we've definitely included it in our company profile. Yeah. So now the clients that we are sharing, when we are sharing our company profile, it gives more confidence. So we've only shared our company profile since we want to 2 clients.
Okay.
Two potential clients. And I might say that, and I've also held 2 online seminars. Like I was speaking, 2 online conferences.
Okay.
And having the core award, excellence awards as part of our profile, gives us that, that credibility.
Yeah.
The credibility that these guys know that they are talking to people who know what they are doing and what they are saying, and people who have done it and even have an award for it. Now we are finally an award-winning company. We've been saying it, but this is the reality. You know what I mean?
I am speaking to award winners.
Award-winning company, man. 2020.
We can only watch this space.
Season is a participation. Like when you used to run races in campus or in high school, get of participation. Like thank you because you came. Thank you for coming. This is not thank you for coming. You deserve
it. You came and you did your best.
Yeah, so we appreciate Core Awards for that. And thank you to the team that put together this. We were at your event last year at the hotel on Jakarta Kikwete Road. I don't remember the name of the hotel.
It's called Heron Portico.
Yes?
Heron Portico.
Yeah, that hotel. We came. We were there. We saw the gala, the event. We would have loved this to be done on a gala event, but because of social distancing and everything, we are going to appreciate just the way it comes. I can't wait to put my hands on the trophy. I have a trophy cabinet ready. It's been ready for almost 2 years. Oh yes. It's been ready for 2 years.
Send someone over for photos. No. The whole red carpet feeling.
We've been waiting that. Like the trophy cabinet has been ready. It's just the award that we were waiting for. So we got it. Finally.
We are happy for you guys.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now let's talk about sustainability in the construction sector.
You can hear me?
We're talking. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm saying let's talk about sustainability. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was saying, let's talk about sustainability in the construction sector, in the real estate sector. How are people taking it up? Like when you say, I don't know, like you see how trends are changing, and then you're telling them these are more sustainable practices. Are they more adapt to taking them on as opposed to rejecting them?
Okay, you can say that this is a new, it's a new thing. It's a new concept. It's a new approach to doing things.
Sorry, just give me a minute. Just give me 1 minute.
No problem. No problem.
Just woke up.
No problem.
Yeah. So, it's permanently just working from home.
No problem. No problem. That's good.
So we were talking about sustainability.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I was saying is, it's a new. Okay, it's not new because I started hearing about sustainability back in 2010. But it will remain to be new until it goes mainstream.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So before it goes mainstream, people are taking it, the uptake is just gradual, let's just say that. At first, probably people might have rejected sustainable design, but as people become more exposed, as people read, thank God for internet, it's easier to convince clients, because at the end of the day, we work for clients.
Yeah, for sure.
The person who has the money is a client. So if they feel that it doesn't make sense for them to spend their money that way, then you can do as much convincing as you can, but exactly, they have to agree that this is how we want things to go. So with information from the internet and everything, it's going to be easier in the future to do more convincing. And also, you must know that millennials will be our clients in a short period. The generation that is holding money right now is going to change. So we have to be prepared to give them, a lot of the styles that have come during their time, and sustainability is one of them. Green design is another one. Recycling and upcycling is another one. Industrial design is another one. So we have to be prepared to give the generation that is coming what they deserve in terms of design styles and what they deserve in terms of work, good job. Yeah. So sustainability is going to play a key role. Yes.
I'm saying, speaking of green design, we even have a webinar on Friday to talk about green design and how it affects like the health of its occupants. So we'd really love it if you attended, shared it with people you think that would benefit from it, because we think this is a very important aspect that people don't know very much about or don't care very much about. So we'd love to spread the word about it.
I'd love to join. Back in 2013, I was a climate change advocate.
Okay.
Back in 2013, we even attended a conference in Istanbul. It was called Power Shift Conference. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, child.
I can hear you. Good. So
okay,
I was saying, back in 2013, I was part of a group. I was a climate change advocate.
Okay.
So I have a lot of information on how climate change relates to interior design and things to do with carbon footprints, things to do with carbon emissions, and just how to design to ensure that you have the least carbon footprint as a business, and all these things. So as we do our work in whatever we do, we ensure that at least these things are taken into consideration. We ensure that we are using a lot of natural light, as much natural light as possible. Instead of using artificial lighting. We also ensure that our spaces have as much natural ventilation as possible. We also ensure that we are using sustainable materials and, if possible, recycled materials. Like you have behind me, this is my office. These are just shipping pallets, really.
Okay.
They're very cheap. We just go and so it's recycling. Like instead of throwing them or burning them or carbon and everything, we just use them to make partitions, to make furniture, like the furniture we have in our office. If I could show you, I don't know.
Yeah, show me. It's okay.
So like the furniture we have, like the desk that I'm sitting on, is basically just recycled.
That's a pallet as well?
Yeah, that's a pallet as well. Even the furniture, like where my staff is seated, it's just shipping pallets. So these are things that we've taken seriously. We've even implemented them in our drawings. Like when you're designing for a client, you bring in these things. And that's very serious because it helps them cut costs. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be paid so much, yet you could have helped your client to save. That's why they hired a consultant. So things to do with natural light saves a lot in terms of expenditure on electricity and artificial lighting. Same to natural ventilation saves the client a lot from the cost of an AC.
For sure.
Those other, and also just generally making sure that the spaces are functioning correctly. So that's what we are very big on that. Yeah.
Okay. What would you encourage? Would you encourage some industry players to sign up for the awards, because clearly they have a chance of winning? If they're good, for sure they will win. So just tell them, get out there, sign up, just encourage them.
Yeah, I think I would like to appeal to my fellow designers, architects, engineers, interior designers, whoever is in the construction industry and the build industry, to sign up for the core awards. It's a new and a very vibrant awards scheme. And when you sign up, we're gonna have healthy competition. So please come on board. And with competition, competition makes like brings on board the ability of like people pushing each other. So when we are competing, it means that you're making me better and I'm making you better, and this is translated to our work, and this is translated to building our countries. This is translated to making the world a better place. I know that sounds cliche, but
then we would like to make the world a better place.
Yeah, that line has been used many times, but it works. It works. Like we are part of the people who make the world a better place. If people have good working spaces, we are making the world a better place. If people have good living spaces, of course, we are making the world a better place. And a good design is a good design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sawa. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Again, congratulations on winning the Core Excellence Award for Interior Designers. We wish you the very best in your endeavors. May each change your business, your relations with other people, bring you more customers. We wish you the very best. And
Thank you very much.
We'll be sending you the details of how we'll bring over the awards. Yeah.
I'll be waiting.
Sawa.
They should come with a camera. They should come with a camera. Yeah, they should come with a camera. We'll have, when they're coming over, probably we'll buy some chocolates and some drinks.
You had us at chocolate.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
and enjoy your day.
Okay, enjoy your day too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay.